Welcome everybody to Headlock Field on this Monday afternoon. This is a makeup game from all of those rainouts that Deering has had. In this game, it features the visiting Massabesic Mustangs and your Deering Rams. Coming into this, both of these teams are at the halfway point, but it's two completely different teams. For Massabesic, they are currently the number 4 seed. They are 4-4, and they are on a 2-game losing streak, but before that, they won 4 straight, including a massive victory against Scarborough. Scarborough's only lost this season, and that is why they are the number 4 seed at 4-4. So they can play with the best of them, even though they are at 500. But their last game was against Biddeford. It was a 9-3 loss. They let up 5 runs in the first inning and couldn't rally after that. And so they'll look to get back into the win column against this Deering team. For Deering, halfway through, they are 0-8. Haven't gotten a win yet, but that can change in this game. It's sometimes if the ball bounces your way, you can get a win, but we'll see if Deering can do that in this game. Their last game was against South Portland. They got 10-run ruled in 5 innings. It was 10-0. They have struggled the first half of the season, but this is the start of the second half. So we'll see if Deering can get some wins here in this second part of the season. But we'll see who comes out on top between Massabesic and Deering, and we'll be back for the national anthem and starting lineups.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would ask you to rise and direct your attention to the American flag as we honor America and those who defend her with the playing of our national anthem.
Here we go for the start of this ball game. While Deering is warming up, the starting batting order for Massabesic is Christian Becker, Matt Letelier, Braden Marcotte, Ashton Smith, Zeke Rand, Colin Scully, Aaron Kiss, Noah Shaw, and Jack Carroll rounding things out for Massabesic. In the field, the outfielders are Wayman, Cooper, and Jordan. The infielders are Smith, Lawrence, LaChore, and Libby. Behind the plate is Forrest, and the starting pitcher for Deering is number 13, Sam Rank. And so Christian Becker leads things off for Massabesic. It is a windy day here for a ball game, as the first pitch is low for ball one. Flag is blowing from left to right. And that one hits the dirt. 2-0 count. If Deering wants to win this game, they're going to have to get off to a hot start. And that ball's low as well.
Yeah, a little bit of early struggles here getting that ball across the plate.
And that's a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, and the catcher's got to hustle because that runner can just keep going.
And so that brings up Matt Letelier.
And we'll keep our eye on the runner at first.
And Becker gets checked on, and the ball gets into the outfield. LaChore runs it down.
Yeah, just a smidge lackadaisical on going after that ball. And those are the little things you need to do when you're struggling during your baseball season.
That one is the first strike of the game. Becker takes off. It's a swing and a miss. The throw down is not in time. So a stolen base for Christian Becker. It's an 0-2 count to Letelier.
Needs a big strikeout here.
And that's ripped foul. Oh, 2 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. The ball was dropped by Forrest. He'll throw down, and Libby had to jump for that. It was in enough time for him to land and step on the base.
Well, and a lot of times the first baseman's first thought is to stay on the bag and reach up, and sometimes it goes over your head. But that was a great heads-up play. Just jump. Keep the ball from going down the line, because that would have been a run in. So heads-up play by the first baseman.
So Braden Marcotte at the plate as Rank checks on Becker at second. Lawrence was close to the bag. That ball is hit towards Massabesic's dugout.
Yeah. I mean, the fence in front of the visiting team dugout is not as tall as the home team dugout, and thankfully it hit into the netting there.
Yeah, I was watching Sports Center this morning, and they were showing a college game, not top 10, and the batter, as the ball gets away from Forrest on the wild pitch, but the batter hit the ball towards one of their players and hit him, and a couple pitches later, they hit right back to the same spot. And so you got to stay awake in those dugouts. Ball gets away from Forrest, not far enough to score Becker.
Yeah, and it's stolen base and a pass ball, and got to be perfect here.
Swing and a miss. No, it was tipped, but it's a strike nonetheless. And so it's a 2-2 count with 1 out. And that's hit into left. That's going to drop. It one hops to the wall. And so Marcotte with a stand-up double, which scores the first run of the game.
Yeah, that was a rip.
First baseman number 24, Ashton Smith.
And so that brings up Ashton Smith.
Yeah, he got all of that one. And, as you were saying, Seth, at some point I remember you saying that, in some high school fields, some of these hard hit balls could be home runs. But here at Hadlock, there's a long way to go before that happens.
Ball in the dirt. It's a 1-0 count. Not sure high school dimensions for the field as the ball gets by Forrest on another wild pitch. So that brings a potential run 90 feet away. But 315 to the left field wall is more professional level distance.
Well, and then plus you got to go all the way up a wall too. So you need not only distance but height. I mean, I believe it's 330 down the right field line, so you got a little bit more to go.
Ball gets close to Smith. It's a 3-1 count. It's a swing and a miss for strike 2.
Well, and the batter helped the pitcher out there by swinging at a ball in the dirt.
Full count. Rank taking a deep breath. And that it gets by Forrest, and that's going to score another run. It's also a walk issued by Rank. So it's now 2-0 Massabesic in the top of the first, bringing up Zeke Rand.
Third baseman number 50, Zeke Rand.
Well, and Massabesic scoring runs here, on pass balls and walks, and it's a tough way to go for Deering here early.
Ball's low for a 1-0 count. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Smith takes off. The throw down is going to get into the outfield. And LaChore there to keep it from going any further.
Yeah, and that saved potentially the runner going down to third. So that was a great backup by Tay.
That hits the inside corner of the plate for strike 2. So it's a 2-2 count to Zeke Rand. That's hit into left. Hooks Wayman. No, it's Lawrence. And the wind influenced that ball.
And that was a beautiful catch. I mean, when you need one of your infielders to help you out, you just got a great help right there.
So Avery Lawrence gets the second out of the inning with Colin Scully at the plate. First pitch is a ball. It almost looked like that ball died in midair.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
started coming back towards the infield.
yeah, and as you said, the wind is blowing hard left to right.
And it looked like he did get hit. It took a while for a call to be made.
Yeah, it almost looked like the batter was like, just let me hit. But, you know, if you hit the batter, you got to take the bag. You can't, decide I want to stay in the batter's box.
So that brings up Aaron Kiss, 2 on. And that one hits him. So bases loaded now for Massabesic.
Boy, what a tough half inning with walks and hit batters.
And so that brings up Noah Shaw, the pitcher, and he can break this game wide open.
And you could see the frustration from Rank. I mean, it's not what he wants to do. It's just where that ball's going.
On the inside part of the plate for strike one. This would be a big out for Deering.
Well, it's going to be big either way.
Swing and a miss for strike two. One strike away from getting out of this inning with minimal damage. That's up high for ball one. A 1-2 count. 2 outs. Ashton Smith on third. Colin Scully at second. And Aaron Kiss at first. That's a swing and a miss for strike three as Deering gets out of this inning with only allowing 2 on the board for Massabesic. And so after half an inning complete, it's Massabesic 2, Deering coming up. And so as Massabesic comes on the field to warm up, the starting batting order for Deering is Avery Lawrence, Zeke DeWeaver is the DH, Tavion LaChore, Jackson Forrest, DeJour Hooks Wayman, Zaid Smith, Coleman Cooper, Sam Rank, and Will Jordan rounding things out. In the field, the outfielders are Kiss, Scully, and Carroll. In the infield is Rand, Letelier, Becker, and Smith. Behind the plate is Marcotte, and the starting pitcher for Massabesic is number 8, Noah Shaw. Here we go for the start of the bottom of the first. Avery Lawrence leading things off for Deering. First pitch is right down the middle for strike one.
Well, Deering can start chipping away here.
Right down the middle again for strike two. In the dirt. It's a 1-2 count. In the dirt again. 2-2 count. It's fouled back. Remains a 2-2 count. In the dirt for ball 3. So Lawrence able to battle back after looking at the first 2 pitches. It's fouled back into the netting.
Yeah, it's amazing how a pitcher can throw the first 2 pitches perfectly down the middle and then struggle with the next 3 pitches to get to a full count.
And that's checking down.
He called him out. Was it?
No, he's checking down. Oh, he did call him out.
On the check swing. That looked like it was just a check swing. I didn't think he went around. But he's called out.
So a strikeout for Noah Shaw, bringing up Zeke Dewweaver. It's on the outside corner of the plate for strike 1. In the dirt. 1-1 count. And that's a dribbler to Smith. Smith will flip it to Shaw. And Shaw had to stretch backwards to get the ball.
Yeah, he was trying to lead him, but evidently the pitcher has a little bit more speed than his first baseman gives him credit for because he almost overran it.
And so that brings up Tavion LaChore. It's in there for strike 1. It's a 1-1 count. That's hit up high, and Becker will get the 3rd out. And so a 1-2-3 inning for Noah Shaw and the Massabesic Mustangs. So after 1 complete inning, it's Massabesic 2, Deering nothing. Here we go for the top of the 2nd. Jack Carroll leading things off. Massabesic will hit 9, 1, and 2 to start this inning, as that is on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So that's the 3rd strikeout for Sam Rank. So that brings the top of the lineup in Christian Becker. First pitch is a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And Becker, his first time up, was walked, had a stolen base, and scored. That's in the dirt for ball 1. Down low.
Oh, and you could see Rank hopping. He really wanted that one. It was just a smidgen too low. It was dropped in right over the plate.
Up high for ball 3. So Becker battling back. And inside for ball 4. So after a 3-pitch strikeout, Rank walks the next batter. So Matt Letellier will come up. Last time up, got struck out. Down low for ball 1.
Well, and through an inning and a half here, inning into the second inning, this umpire is calling a pretty tight strike zone, it seems.
Check on Becker.
Which for high school baseball is pretty tough for some of these pitchers.
Large lead by Becker. He's leaning to go, and he takes off. It's a strike. One hops to LaShore, but another stolen base by Christian Becker. It's hit. Foul just on the left side of the third base bag. It's hit foul. One and two count. And that gets by Forrest.
Well, we'll have to see what happens here now with one out. Walks and wild pitches.
And that's on the outside part of the plate for strike 3. So that's the 4th K on the day for Sam Rank. Bringing up Braden Marcotte. Last time up, got a stand-up double. And the ball gets by Forrest. And that scores another run. And a timeout by Marcotte. And that's close to Marcotte for the second ball, 2-0 count. That hits the inside corner of the plate for strike 1.
And just as I say, he's calling a tight strike zone, it seems to have widened just a little bit.
In the dirt for ball 3.
Well, it's, anytime someone in the press box says something, always the opposite happens.
And that's a walk issued by Rank, bringing up Ashton Smith. Last time up, got walked. Check on Marcotte. Another check on Marcotte. And a timeout by Smith. And Marcotte takes off. Ball is in the dirt, so no throw.
No, he called it a strike. Yeah, I thought it was in the dirt too.
It's popped up foul. And that's hit into center. That's going to score another run. So an RBI single for Ashton Smith. So Zeke Rand is up.
So I really couldn't see what was going on as I was trying to catch the runner from first to second. Did the ball just get mishandled in the infield? That the reason why he's at second?
That's hit. LaChore will slide, throw it to first, and get the third out.
Beautiful play.
And so that is the third out, but Massabesic doubles the score. And so after 1.5 complete, it's Massabesic 4, Deering nothing. Here we go for the bottom of the second. Jackson Forrest leading things off. Batters 4, 5, and 6 for Deering. Ball's on the outside part of the plate for strike one. A little bit higher, but same location for strike two. Ball's in the dirt. 1-2 count. Low ball for ball two. 2-2 count. That pitch is a ball. 3-2 count to Forrest. And that's a strike three on the outside corner. So that's 2 strikeouts for Noah Shaw. So that brings up DJ hooks Wayman. Outside for ball one. It's a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss for strike two. It's low. 2-2 count. Outside. It's another full count.
Yeah, it's been a bunch of full counts for this pitcher.
And it's a walk. So Wayman will be at first with one out, bringing up Zade Smith. And it's a bunt by Smith. Shaw will pick it up, throw over to first.
Yeah, that was a beautiful laid down bunt. Gotta love it.
So 2 away. DJ hooks Wayman.
Number 15, Coleman Cooper.
At second. Coleman Cooper at the plate. First pitch was a strike. In the dirt for ball one. 1-1 count.
Well, let's see if Darren can get a run across on a walk. And the batter at second base now.
Outside for ball two. Swing and a miss. It's a 2-2 count. Up high. It's another full count. And that's another walk. So 2 on now for Deering with Sam Rank. And so we'll see if Rank can help himself out.
Yeah, the pitcher from Massabesic is struggling this half inning.
Right down the middle for strike one.
Doesn't seem to have any issues whatsoever throwing that first pitch for a strike, though.
In there for strike two.
And now this is where he's been struggling on 0-2 counts.
In the dirt, it's a pass ball. That's going to move over both runners. One and two count. And that's going to be strike three on the outside part of the plate. And so that strands both runners for Deering. And so after two complete, it's Massabesic 4, Deering nothing. Here we go for the top of the third. Colin Scully leading things off. He was hit by a pitch last at bat. Swing and miss on the first pitch. Low and outside for ball one. And that's ripped, and it's foul. That goes into the stands.
Well, if I had to guess, that would have been pretty high up off the wall.
And that's hit towards LaChore. He'll field it, throw it over to first, and it's in time.
Close, but in time.
So that brings up Aaron Kiss. Last time up was hit by a pitch. Close to getting another hit by pitch. It's a ball. It's on the inside part of the plate for strike one.
Did that hit him? I think it did.
And that's another hit by pitch. So that's the third on the game.
Yeah, I mean, you could hear it like flick off something, and that was off his elbow. And I think there's going to be a discussion. I could definitely hear it up here, even with my headphones on. Oh, maybe the discussion is the coach for Deering thinking that he put his arm out to get hit instead of trying to get out of the way or just stand there. So the umpire says, no, it did hit him without him initiating the contact, because you can't do that. You know, you're not under no obligation to get out of the way, but you're also obligated to not intentionally hit yourself.
Another check on Kiss. Kiss taking off. The throw down won't be in time.
Well, it's early in this game, but I have to say that almost every Massabesic player so far has gotten that uniform dirty.
1-0 count. In the dirt for ball two. Ball three. 3-0 count. Swing and a miss. Say 3-1 count. Noah Shaw with the green light to swing on a 3-0 pitch.
Well, it was close enough to swing, so.
Up high for ball four. Bringing up Jack Carroll. Last time up, struck out swinging, and we're going to have a mound visit.
Yeah, it's, he just needs to just have a second, refocus. Well, umpire's finally going out. Not quite sure what the conversation is going on out there, but the umpire was been pretty gracious with the time. I would have thought he would have been out there like 20 seconds ago.
Just giving Rank some breathing time.
Yeah, and that could be it too. The umpire seeing that he's struggling a little bit here and just, giving him a little bit extra time.
Swing and a miss for strike one. 0-1 count. And that's by Smith into left field. The throw is one hop to Forrest.
Yeah, that would have been a close play at home.
So a single by Jack Carroll brings the top of the order back up. And Christian Becker.
Number 22, Christian Becker.
So Becker has a chance to break this game even further open. Infield in. The ball hits the outside corner of the plate for strike one.
Yeah, and this is a tough position for the infield too.
Becker has been walked twice this game. And inside for ball one. That's hit into the outfield. That's going to drop. That's going to score two. It's Kiss and Shaw coming across home plate. And Carroll ending up at third. So a 2 RBI single by Christian Becker.
It wasn't hit hard, but he hit it where there wasn't an outfielder, and that's all that matters.
And so Matt Letelier now up 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Big lead at first.
And it's Becker taking off. The throw is down. And a double clutch by Lawrence scores the runner at third.
Well, that was a risky chance, but it got rewarded. No throw.
So it's a 0-1 count to Letelier with Becker at second. Strike two. 0-2 count.
And I'm not sure who's going to warm up down in the bullpen. It could be the starting pitcher just trying to keep his arm loose.
And it's a swing and a miss for strike three. So that's the second out of the inning. So Braden Marcotte now up is 1 for 1 with a walk and a double. Ball in the dirt for ball two. 2-0 count. It's ripped towards the dugout. It's a 2-1 count. up high for ball 3. And that's going to hit him.
The first baseman, number 24, Ashton Smith.
And so Ashton Smith now up with Becker on at second, Marcotte on at first. Is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. That's popped up into the stands. So it's an 0-1 count. That's foul towards the dugout.
Played by a teammate of the batter over there. Nice play.
And that's hit foul.
Yep, self-preservation right there, protecting the plate. And usually that leads to something good when you do that. We'll find out here on this next pitch.
And it's a ball. It's a 1-2 count. Rank trying to curve that over the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 3. But Massabesic puts 3 more on the board, and so after 2.5 complete, it's Massabesic 7, Deering nothing. Here we go for the bottom of the 3rd. Leading things off is Will Jordan, the 9-1 and 2 hitters for Deering. We'll start the inning. Up high for ball 1. Ball 2. In there on the outside corner of the plate for strike 1. It's a 2-2 count. And another full count.
Yeah, that seems to be the only really knock on this pitcher so far is the full count.
And strike 3 looking.
You know, I mean, he's getting out. You know, the Deering players are getting out, but he's really putting a lot of extra pitches towards his pitch count.
So that's 4 Ks so far for Noah Shaw. Top of the lineup in Avery Lawrence now up. Outside for ball 1. And that's hit towards Becker. Becker will field it, throw it over to first, and gets the second out. Bringing up Zeke DeWeaver. Ball is low and outside for ball 1. Up high for ball 2. 2-0 count. It's on the outside corner of the plate for strike 1. It's in there for strike 2. And that's a dribbler to Shaw. Shaw will run over to first and lightly toss it to Smith for the 3rd out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Massabesic. So after 3 innings complete, it's Massabesic 7, Deering nothing. Here we go for the top of the 4th.
And batting for Massabesic, number 10, Dylan Letelier.
Dylan Letelier batting for Zeke Rand.
And he got a hit.
No. So another pinch hitter
Number 9, Don.
is Noah
Now batting number 9,
Bryan, batting for Colin Scully. That's hit foul. Check on Letelier.
So with this 7-run lead here in the top of the 4th, Massabesic putting in some extra
Letelier
players.
will go, and not in time.
Putting in some pinch hitters to get some extra players in the game. And, you know, that's a good thing when you got a big lead.
And Brady Batson on deck is going to pinch hit. And there for strike 2. Up high. 2-2 count. That's fouled back. It's a 2-2 count. That's hit to Lawrence, and that eats him up.
And yeah. And a heads-up play by the runner at second. He
your attention batting, plays the kiss, number 1, Brady.
he saw where the ball was going and took off a third.
Well, he had to go back to second, and we're gonna have a relief pitcher,
Looks like
and we'll give you all those changes in a moment. And we're back. Only 2 changes, and Sade Smith relieves Sam Rank, and Alex Jordan comes in to play third. And Brady Batson at the plate. That's hit to Lawrence, and that's by him. And on the throw, Batson gets to second. So it's now 8-0.
And that's a heads-up play by the runner that was on first, heading over to third on that hit.
And it's 34, Caleb Dyer.
Number 34, Don.
Now batting is 34, Caleb Dyer.
And there for strike one.
Yeah, both us, the broadcasting team, and Don trying to figure out all the moves here, so we're helping each other out.
And that's going to hit him, so that's going to load the bases with no outs.
So what was the over-under on hits batters this game? Was it 5? I think we're at like...
Batting number 6, Elijah Greenleaf.
So Elijah Greenleaf now pinch hitting. It's ball one.
Yeah, umpire motioning to the Massabesic players to get into the dugout.
Swing and a miss for strike one. 1-1 count.
Yeah, that was a good pitch to hit, just on the outside of the plate, and he missed it.
Swing and a miss for strike two. And that's strike three.
He dropped the hammer.
So Tyler Colby will be the latest pinch hitter.
Your attention, batting in place Becker. Number 4, Tyler Colby.
High for ball one. Drops in there for strike one. And there for strike two.
Well, the pitch of a daring seems to have got his stride.
And that's ripped foul.
Whew. Oh, my goodness. He got all of that but foul.
That's inside for ball two. 2-2 count. One away. Up high for ball three. And that's going to walk in another run.
And we got another pinch hitter.
Your attention, batting in
It's
place
Cassius Hogan.
Number 2, Cassius Hogan.
In there for strike one. That's going to be hit into the outfield. And it's by Wayman. That's going to score 2.
Possibly 3.
And it's going to be I'm going to call that a triple for Hogan. So bases clearing triple. Because Wayman, it didn't look like he touched it.
Just skipped right by him. And we're going to have another pinch hitter, I think. And we'll try to get the number here.
7, which is Alan Muirfield.
Number 7, Alan Merrifield.
And therefore, strike 1. Down low. 1-1 count. It's hit towards Lawrence. Lawrence will fire over. Not in time. Libby couldn't catch it. It wouldn't have mattered, though, as Muirfield beat the throw.
Another pinch hitter. Let's see. 33.
It's Tyler Bassinet.
33, Tyler
Boissonneau.
Thank you, Don.
And that's going to be hit into the gap by Boissonneau.
And the hit parade keeps going.
Number 10, Dylan Letelier.
So that brings up the first batter of this inning, Dylan Letelier. It's in there for strike 1. One and one count. That's hit towards Wayman, and it one hops by him. And that's gonna miscommunication.
Wow. That could have been ugly from Massabesic. The run it had skipped by the left fielder, and the runner stopped at third and then decided to move, and the runner rounding second fell down and was almost thrown out.
Noah Bryan gets hit.
Well, and I think at some point the pinch hitters,
Number 1, Brady Batson.
So Brady Batson now up again.
the people they pinch hit for coming back up.
Up high for ball 1. And therefore, strike one.
7.
And that one's going to be hit into the outfield. That's going to score another.
Well, and this time the runner held up at third, could have easily scored, but the coach from Massabesic held him up as a good show of sportsmanship, and I think that's what was supposed to happen the last time too.
That one's lifted into
Well,
right field.
he's not going to hold anybody up this time. Well,
That's going to score two more.
yeah, 2 runs scored. He held up the other runner at third.
And you could hear the bench of Massabesic not wanting to run anymore.
And all of this with 1 out.
Elijah Greenleaf now up. And therefore, strike one. It's a 1-1 count. It's fouled. 1-2 count. High for ball 2.
Well, that's the pitch count must be pretty high this half inning.
Ball 3. It's a full count. That's hit to Jordan. Jordan fires over and gets the out. It's the second out of the inning. And both outs this inning were by Elijah Greenleaf.
Number 4, Tyler Colby.
And Tyler Colby now up. And therefore, strike 2. The strike zone massively different now. And strike 3.
Well, I have to say, I think the batter went up there and was not going to take the bat off his shoulders. I think he was just going to take all those pitches.
And so 9 runs came across. So after 3.5 complete, it's Massabesic 16 during nothing. And here we go for the bottom of the 4th. Bunch of changes. Everyone that came up is all new in the field. And so Tyler Colby is at second. Cassius Hogan is at shortstop. Alan Muirfield is catching. Tyler Bussino is at first. Dylan Letelier is at third. Noah Bryan is in center field. Brady Batson is in left field. Caleb Dyer is pitching, and Elijah Greenleaf is in right field. And easy enough. Everyone that they got replaced was in the same position, so in the dirt for ball 3 to Tavion Lachore. That's hit into left field and caught by Brady Batson.
Well, and Lachore put a charge into that one.
The catcher number 3, Jackson Forrest.
So Jackson Forrest now up.
Well, and you know, you hate to hit it that hard and hit it right at a player, but
Swing and a miss for strike one. Fouled back. Strike two. And that's hit into right, and that's going to drop. So that breaks up the no-hitter.
well, Lachore put a charge into his, and it was caught. And that was just a little looper in between the second baseman and the right fielder. Drops in.
And Emmett Brady pinch hitting for DJ Hooks Wayman. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Well, it's not how hard you hit the ball, it's where you hit it.
Now batting number 9, Emmett Brady.
Swing and a miss for strike two. In the dirt for ball one. And strike three. That's 2 outs with Zade Smith at the plate.
Zade Smith.
And that's popped up in the infield and caught by Tyler Boissonneau. And so
In the Deering
Deering got their first hit, but
no errors.
it's no good. And
So
not sure what's happening.
we're going to have a discussion.
And we'll be back.
Well, let's just hang here a little bit. Let's see what's decided.
And so we will continue playing.
And we'll be back now.
And we're back. It's like
Now batting for Massabesic,
nine.
shortstop number 2, Cassius Hogan.
So Cassius Hogan at the plate. It's fouled back. It's 1-1 count. So Will Jordan, as that's popped up, and that's going to fall for a hit. So Will Jordan is now in left field.
Hearing 24, Will Jordan is now in left field.
Grayson Frothingham is in center.
Alan Merrifield.
Alan Merrifield at the plate. It's a strike. It's a 1-1 count. And Sam Rank is in right. Tavian LaChore moved to short. That's hit, and it's going to one hop to Jordan.
No attention, batting in place of Poisonell, number 17, Emmett Carroll.
So Emmett Carroll pinch hitting.
Well, and both runners stayed at the bag, even though it was a wild pitch.
That's hit foul. It's a 1-1 count. Two and one count. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Fouled. And say full count.
Get 30 on deck, that's by me.
And it's a walk.
Yeah, bases loaded with nobody out.
Now batting number 30, Parker Soul Parrott.
So Parker Soul Parent now up. That's hit towards Rank. Rank will get it. No one will advance. So good sportsmanship.
Nice play out there by Rank.
Nice running catch by Sam.
Yeah.
in right field.
Right, Don. That was a good play. And also good sportsmanship. Nobody tagged up. At this point, why would you?
The center fielder, number 9, Noah Bryan.
So Noah Bryant up. It's a 2-0 count.
He got hit.
Oh.
Well, you know when they say the hit parade keeps rolling, I don't think they meant this with the number of batters getting hit.
Brady Batson now up. And that's hit into left. That is the second out.
The batter is 34, Caleb Dyer.
And that's going to be easy for LaChore to get the third out of the inning.
In the Massabesic fifth,
And so after 4.5 complete, it's Massabesic 17, Deering nothing. Here we go for the bottom of the fifth. Batting is Grayson Frothingham. And there for strike one. And there for strike two, swing and a miss. And strike three.
the third baseman, number 2, Alex Jordan.
So Alex Jordan now up. Fouled back. Outside for ball one. 1-1 count. Fouled. 1-2 count. It's a 2-2 count. Outside for ball three. And swing and a miss. Strike three.
The right fielder, number 24, Will Jordan.
So Deering down to their last out. It's Will Jordan. Swing and a miss for strike one. Swing and a miss for strike two. And that's going to be hit to Greenleaf, and Greenleaf ends this ball game. And we'll get the handshakes.
And you know, I don't know what you could say. I mean, if you're watching this game, you can see exactly what happened. It's certainly not the way that Darren came into this game drawing up a game plan. And as you know, as the saying in one of my favorite movies, it's a bad case of the Mondays. This was a bad case of the Mondays.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game that Darren can just forget about. It's one of those games where it happened. You learn from it and you move on. Massabesic just was hitting on all cylinders, both their starters and all of the players that did come in. That 9-run inning was all of their bench players. You can see why they beat the number one team in Class A South. That's the first time that I've ever seen an entire team be replaced in one inning.
That was pretty amazing. I mean, every single player, pitcher, catcher, infield and outfield, all just totally replaced. But this goes to show you that this Massabesic team has some depth on the bench. You know, those players looked pretty good too, at bat and in the field. If I was Darren, I would just, at this point, this game and today, like it never even happened. You just have to just throw this one away. Tough loss all the way around. Hit batters, walks, wild pitches. Just tough.
So the final score in this one is 17-0 Massabesic over Deering. Saying so long. This has been a production of WPPS TV3 Portland Public Schools. Saying good night.
Thank you very much for watching.